Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. And after a six-game winless run, Manchester City have finally won a game of football against Nottingham Forest at the Etihad. The game ended 3-0. So let's go ahead and talk about it. It has finally happened at the long wait for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. Almost a month and a half ago, that it started the curse that Manchester City were not able to win a single game of football. It has finally ended, and it has ended at the Etihad, at their sacred place, and it was against a Nottingham Forest side. It was a quite an entertaining game of football, to be very honest with you. It started really well for Manchester City. They were the team, they went in. You could just see that they knew how important this game was. They had to win this game. It doesn't, they couldn't really afford to to drop any more points, and they went in that game with purpose from the get go. They were on it for 100%. All the 50-50s Manchester City were winning to early on, and they got the reward inside 10 minutes, around the 8-minute mark. Bernardo Silva with the goal. They go 1-0 up, and the thing is, it just shows you that you just need sometimes luck on your side, and when luck is on your side, sometimes to turn things around you need a little bit luck. Nottingham, when Manchester City were 1-0 up, they had a chance to go 2-0 up, but they somehow Forest get the ball away, and then Nottingham Forest had two very close chances where they could have equalized, and especially that Chris Wood chance. Like I cannot believe he missed that open net, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. 9.99 out of 10 times you expect Wood to score that goal, especially with the form that he has been. Almost like 11 goals he has scored in the Premier League. You expect Chris Wood to go there and he scores the goal. If he scores that goal, it becomes 1-1, and then something happens, as I said, the situation that Manchester City were in. If Nottingham Forest would have been able to score that goal, I think the pressure starts to creep in again in the within the Manchester City players and the manager and the fans as well. But Wood misses that, and that gives huge confidence. Not just you could just see hear the sigh of relief, and then the roar from the crowd the moment that happens, and that galvanizes the team as well. And they were relentless today. I mean, they played really good football. After a couple of weeks, you have seen City play a great football. They played good football against Feyenoord as well, but then they gave the they lost that game. They just went away. They went to sleep, and that resulted in them losing that game. But today they were 100% on it, and it became quite easy for them after that a second goal went in, and basically that second goal, in my opinion, suck the life out of Nottingham Forest, and any the hope of that they had that they might get something out of this game. But it was not like that. Nottingham Forest did not try. They tried. They created chances. They came close a couple of times, but it just felt like they sort of accepted that we are going to lose that game after that second goal went in, and Manchester City sensed that, and they continued to attack and attack and attack. There was a bit controversy for that second goal. Maybe Jeremy Doku had committed a foul, but he had it was not a foul. It was it was a 50-50, and he won that. And I would say that the second goal could have been avoided. It was a very bad goal to concede. I mean, acres of space for Kevin De Bruyne in the middle of the box. What are you doing? It doesn't matter whether the player is fouled or not. You cannot leave. You cannot give Kevin De Bruyne such a space. I mean, he could have taken that shot with his eyes closed, and he would have still scored that goal. Because he has so much space. Nobody's coming down. Nobody's tackling him. Nobody's closing him down. Nobody's in front of him. It was such an easy shot for him. He scores that as second goal. It becomes a 2-0, and then the third goal, Jeremy Doku. Like, I think if anybody deserved a goal in that game, I think it was him, and he scores that goal again coming from the left hand side. I mean, he was really good again. As I said, he provided assist as well, so he deserved the goal. Very easy for him to beats his marker very easily, scores the goal. It becomes a 3-0, and the game was done and dusted. A big win for Manchester City. They needed that huge 3 points. Not only did they needed that, and it was a very important win for them that they got the 3 points. The fact that Liverpool have dropped the points against Newcastle, it becomes even more important that they won that game. The lead that Liverpool had was like 11 points for against Manchester City. It has just dropped down to 9 points. So they know how important it was, Liverpool dropping points, and them making sure that they got those 3 points. They would be very happy. I think Pep Guardiola would finally feel relieved, a bit satisfied as well. he was quite rattled, at Anfield with the Liverpool spectators and whatnot. But today, I think would be really, really happy, and he would feel satisfied that his team have come back and they have finally won a game. And winning. It doesn't really matter which team you are. I keep on saying that winning and losing, as sometimes it becomes a habit, and it had sort of become a habit for Manchester City. That the way that they had started losing, you don't associate losing with Manchester City, but when it becomes a habit, it is very hard to come out of a that period, and it took a lot for Manchester City to come out. Even today, early on, even though they were, they looked like they were on top, they scored the first goal, but when Nottingham Forest started to get back into the game, it looked like that there were some, a little bit jitters. There was some a little bit fair, and as I said, if Chris Wood scores that goal, I think the game could have gone differently, but he misses that goal, misses that chance, and Manchester City win it comfortably. They stay on fifth in the table, fourth in the table currently. Brighton have not played; they are going to play tomorrow, so we don't know where they might end up when Brighton play. But currently, they are in the top four, and a big win for them. Forest, on the other hand, they would be quite disappointed, I would say. With the way that they are playing and the way that the game went, especially that first 25 to 30 minutes, I think Forest were in that goal. Until that second goal, I felt that Forest were in the game. They were a constant threat, a danger for Manchester City. They came close 2-3 times before, including that Wood chance as well. And I just would say that if they would have taken their first of 2-3 chances, maybe the game would have gone completely. But overall, I think Nuno Espirito Sanchez, he would be quite happy with his team performance. I don't think he would be happy with the scoreline, but with the way that they played, I would say that he would be satisfied that they came in and they gave a tough time to Manchester City. But it was just not their night, if I'm being very honest with you. And they got outplayed by a better team. It just felt like that Manchester City players, they wanted one, they were hungry for it. They really needed to it more than the Forest players, and they went ahead and they took to what they thought was their right to win the game today. And in why they deservedly won that game. Again, big 3 points for Manchester City, and they would hope that this now starts again a big run, that the run that City usually go on, a long run of winning the games and getting back into the title picture. I still think they are in the title picture. I said the same thing when Arsenal and Chelsea were 9 points behind Liverpool, that they were in the title picture, and I still say the same thing for City as well, that they are still in the title picture. 9 points. Again, no disrespect to Liverpool, but I think if Liverpool are 9 points ahead of you and you are Manchester City, you are still going to think we are in a title race. And now Liverpool they have dropped point already against Newcastle. They have tough games coming up, so it will be interesting to see how long Liverpool can stay up, and when and where they are going to drop the points. So that is the only concern Manchester City are going to have, and they're going to make sure that they continue to win the games. They would be happy with tonight's performance, but now the real test are that they can start winning the game and continue to put pressure on Liverpool. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Manchester City's performance, and what do you think of Nottingham Forest performance, and do you think City are still in the title race or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this year, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.